welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday, it's the 6th of December. We have got some new mods now. The thumbnail says Giant Dump. For two reasons. It's a big dump of mods by Giants, like they did a couple of days after release, wasn't it? We've got a load more. Now, some of these were base game models from FS19. Some of these were part of the Kverneland and Vicon DLC, and some were part of the Alpine DLC. And it's that kind of weird thing again of, I hate to say it, but these should have been in the base game. Because the problem you got now is, to download these and have them as part of the game, which we have now got from Giants, you're using mod hub space to do it rather than being part of the base game. Now, yes, we've got much more space in the mod hub to use. I totally understand that. But the other reason it's kind of a double meaning is also the slot count. I'm not going to lie. Again, we've got a load of slots. I know 5,155, 2,749 or whatever it works out at, depending on what platform you're on. But some of these are up there. Now, bearing in mind, Giants said that the new version of the game, load more slots available, so the mods have been optimized, slot counts are lower, so you've got more space, lower slot counts, all well and good. So these ones from Giants, I'm going to go through, not mod review them, kind of look at them almost as updates, really, updated from FS19 to FS22. I know it's a weird way of going about it. In front of us, we've got the New Holland TX32. Now, this was a base game model. Big thing. When FS19 released, I remember watching VF when they were rolling it out, doing the videos, and he was really over the moon because I think his dad had owned one or his uncle. So we've got this now added in today as a mod. 31.84 megabytes download. 53 slots. Now, I get it. We've got sound improvements and all that kind of stuff. But 53. The header is 15, and the header trailer that comes with it is 11. What's that work out? 50, 68, 79 slots all up if you want to use the TX32 with header and header trailer. I'm going to jump in it because, you know, it sounds good. Don't get me wrong. Mind that. But it's got the beacons, and if you've got reflective beacons, then, you know, it's all very wonderful. And in its favour, I'm not going to lie, this is now the cheapest one we've got available, I think. Oh, I'm just thinking that we had that class one the other day, didn't we? This is only 55 grand to buy, and that header trailer shouldn't have come off there. Or that header shouldn't have come off there. That's worrying. So yeah, that's TX32. You'll find that under harvesters, the header under headers, and that under header trailers. We've got the. I'm going to show you the fast bale is back. Now, there are some bits in this that I'm really pleased have returned because I was kind of hoping we were going to get them, and we have got them. There's the fast bale out in the field. There's the Pertinger Impress 125 FC Pro. Now, you might be thinking, well, haven't we got one already? We kind of have. The fast bale is 22.62 megabytes download and 35 slots. So again, it's up there. I'll show you that because you might not have come across it before if you're new to the game, that kind of thing. The Impress, well, we'll go and have a look at the baling options because here's the weird thing. We've got the Impress 125F Pro. Okay, so that's just a round baler. Lovely. If we scroll across, hang on, we have got that one. There we go. So we've got the Impress 185 VC Pro. So that's the newer version, the baler wrapper. And that one is not a fast baler. I showed it on my baling video, I think. So when the bale comes out, you still have to stop. Then once it starts wrapping, you can then move forward. And it's got an option for auto unload, so it will drop off no problem at all. So now we've got the Impress 125 FC, which I think was part of the Alpine DLC, wasn't it? It's a bit cheaper. It does 125 centimetre bales, which work out at 3,000. No, that says 4,000 litres. They're not. They're 3,500 litres. So I'm not quite sure why it's saying that. Wrapper design you can have with Bale antenna. So that's something in its favour I do like about this, is you can have a Bale antenna. So if you're on hillsides, when it puts the Bale out the back, and you can have auto drop off, it turns it sideways so it sits on its side so it doesn't roll away. That's a really cool option. And under these now foil colours, we've got the option of the 4 standard ones we had before. We've also got a pale blue now on there, which is lovely, and the option for number plates. So that's in there, and the fast bale is there. Still 110 grand, 125 centimetre bales, 3,500 litres. This will properly fast bale. It'll do hay bales, straw bales, grass bales. It will turn into silage bales because it wraps them. That's the whole point of it. But the other two, it will just pump out the back, and you can keep going, which is fantastic with that. So yeah, it's a bit weird. We've got the 125 FC, but they also gave us the 185 VC. I mean, they're almost the same, really. I mean, the other one's a little bit cheaper, and that one does do different bale sizes. So I guess there's a few different reasons why fors and against. We have got as well now the Kverneland DG2 12,000 Cedar. The models look great. Don't get me wrong. As I say, I'm not knocking that. It's just a bit weird. It's a personal opinion. I just think they should have been part of the main game. That's just that's just me. That's how I feel about it. You don't have to feel any particular way if you don't want to. 168,500. It is 20.45 megabytes download and 27 slots. The I didn't say the Pertinger Impress 125 FC Pro is 41 slots and 31.89 megabytes, and that's the problem. It doesn't seem like a lot, but if you want to get a few of these that like I say, I believe should be base game, you're eating into your mod hub space and your slots. I mean slots anyway, but the slots shouldn't be that high. So this is a 12 meter, 6,000 litre Cedar. It's very nice. There's license plate options. Yeah, as you can see, spread out like that. Nice bit of kit. This is where the next weird bit comes. We've got, sorry, this is the Vicon Fan X604. This is 4.5 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. This is a tedder, so when you've got your grass, you go over it with that, and it turns into hay. Wonderful. If we go in and look at our tedders, which are down here, as part of the base game, we have been given the Fan X904 as a base game model. So that's a 9 meter version, 5 slots. That opens out in 2 stages because it's 9 meters wide. The one we've just got today, the Fan X604, which is smaller, doesn't open up as much, is more slots. It's 8. That's 5, that's 8. I don't get it, personally. But anyway, it's a slightly small one, 6.1 meter. Tedder only requires 60 horsepower. Lovely. Behind that, we've got the Vicon Andex. Now, a few of these, we've got the option we can change them from either Vicon to Kverneland if you want to. This is the Vicon Andex 1304 Pro. This is a windrower. It's 13.21 megabytes download and 21 slots on console. This you will find next door under windrowers. If we go right to the very end, what have we got one? That's 14.7. 9.7. Yeah, so it's sort of between that one and that one. 52,500, 12.5 meters. Like I said, the slot count is 21, which comes down to 2. We've got the option, a few different tyre choices. We've got, I say, a couple, Trelleborg and BKT. And then we can have it as the Andex 1304 Pro or the Kverneland 95130C. We can change license plates on that one again. But that's a windrower. We've got this plough at the front here. This is an interesting one because you can roll this whole assembly over. So what it will do is as it ploughs, it will cultivate, prepare the seed bed of the bit you've just ploughed. So as you roll it over and go back down the next strip, it flips it over, it will cultivate the bit you've just done while you're ploughing the next bit and so on and so forth. Again, this was part of the Kverneland Vicon DLC on FS19. It is 9.64 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. The Kverneland 2500 SI Plow. Next to that, we have got this mowing setup, the Vicon Extra Pack, 17.33 megabytes download, 15 slots for the front mower, 19 slots for the butterfly rear mower. The front mower is a 3.2 meter. The rear mower is a 10.2 meter. and this one does have the option for widespreading, swath dropping in the middle. So these sections here with belts will run into the middle, or you can have swath left, swath right, and it will, one side will lift, the other side will lift, and it will, put it wherever it needs to. Again, this was part of the Vicon and Cavern and the Vicon DLC, but very nice indeed. Now this was the one that I was kind of really hoping for, and again, I know it sounds ridiculous, first world problems. I feel a little bit let down, if I'm honest. So this was the one that when it came out, I loved it. This is the Cavern and TLX Geo spread. 9.6 megabytes download, 19 slots on console, 3,900 litre fertiliser spreader. Now on FS19, this had the option to spread at different widths out to 45 metres, which I just thought was phenomenal. Now obviously FS22, we've got a lot of different options now for things that you can change the spread widths. The one we get standard in game under fertilizer technology, which is, have I gone past it? Probably. Is it that way? Oh, there we go. Fertilizer technology. We've got the Amazon TATS 3200. Now that's only 3,200 litres, to be fair, but that does have the option to spread out to 42 metres. So you've got the different increments all the way out to 42, all the way down from 42, however you want to look at it. And that's 5 slots. This one, how much is that? 25 grand. This is 26 grand. They've changed it from 45 metres down to 42. So it's the same as that one, spread width. It's a little bit bigger, 3,900 litres, but the slot count on that is 19. If you buy a second one, it comes down to 1, as you can see there, whereas that one is 5. I'm just, I don't know. Is it me? Am I having a bad day? Am I just being really pernickety about it? I don't know. Maybe. What we'll do is we'll out to the field, and we'll get onto the the proper mods for today. Like I say, I'm just got to treat in these updates. This is probably the one I'm most excited about then out of all of it, is the Vicon Fast Bale. I was when it came out on FS19, and I am now because it's a brilliant bit of kit. Yes, it's not cheap. This is a baler wrapper, and like I say, grass, it will bale and wrap. It has a pre-chamber, so this will prepare. When you get a full bale, it pumps out to the back while the pre-chamber carries on filling up. It will wrap, and if you have it on auto drop, it drops off the back, and then the whole cycle rolls round again. Now, this will run slower depending on how much swath you've got on the ground. If you've got a lot of whatever it is, grass, hay or straw, it will slow right down. Because I know a lot of people reporting that it wasn't running properly. It was very slow when it came out on FS19. That's because depending on the size of the swath, it needs to process the stuff, so it slows down a little bit. So I've got this one set to auto drop. Turn it on, drop down that. And like I say, if you played FS19, you've probably seen this before. If you haven't played the game before and you saw my baling video and the various different ones, all of the other balers, even if they've got auto drop, when the bale goes from the processing bit, like now, and comes out the back, you have to stop. This one, you don't. You can keep going. So it puts out the back while it's filling up the pre-chamber of the last bit. Now, the only dicey bit here is whether the bale finishes wrapping and drops off the back before the next bale's ready to go. It should start to pre-process. That drops out the back. Next bale will fill up to 3,500 litres. That will come out the back. The pre-chamber is already going. You don't have to stop. Now, it's a fast bale because you don't have to stop. I'm only running at, well, depends on how much I've got in the swath, but 6 miles an hour I think was the slowest I've been going. It's gone up to 7s and 8s and that kind of thing, depending on what you got, but you can keep plugging away. Each of these bales is 3,500 litres. I know on the other one it said 4,000, and they're 3,500s, so I'm puzzled by that. 125 centimetre bales. So yes, the fast bale is back. I'll start that for the time being. So that's kind of the last of the what I'm considering to be kind of updates, so to speak. I know they're new to the game, but anyway, let's move to. Actually, I should have done those over there first, but let's go to this. I'm going to say it wrong. Always do. Shooter marker. This is the shooter marker Siwa 720. This is by I think it was Nickies. I think it is. 7.52 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This is a forage trailer, so it will only do your forage type things like grass, hay, straw, wood chip. It won't do all crop types, it will only do your forage type things. It's great for doing silage, harvesting and that kind of thing. It looks great, real nice, neat and tidy. There's a few different options on this for the size. You can have an extension, and we can adjust a couple of bits on it, which I'll grab a trailer and I'll show you in just a second. This you will find under Tools and Trailers. Right on the end there, the Seaworth 720. 55 grand for the base model. We can have configuration standard, and that is 45,000 litres. We can have extension at 48,500. Those are the two options on that. And zoom in a little bit. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein or BKT as our tyre choices, but nothing within those, just standard setups. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette if you wanted to. And then we've got license plate options on there as well. If you're not aware or familiar with the license plates, we can change the license plates. I have got a little chat pad coming for my controller, which is like a mini keyboard, which apparently will unlock that a little bit better, and you can do the license plates a little bit more intuitively, I think is the best way of putting it. But you can change the license plate on there should you wish to do so. Bear with me while I just go and get a tractor. There you go. So we have got the option at the front, if you're doing silage work, that mesh sort of grill bit there, I think it's that one, we can raise that and lower that. So if you've got a forage harvester or whatever you're using, you can spray your chaff and stuff into the back of there nice and easily. If we do R1 and right stick up and down, we can adjust the height, so depending on what you're pulling it with, you can level that out so the wheels are on the ground properly. And then unloading, let's turn that around into the sunshine, into the light. It's got a nice unload sound and animation. Rolling floor, rear steer, as you can see, very nice bit of kit that. So there, that's the shooter marker Seaworth 720 by Nikij. Next we're going to go to, I'm going to put this over here. Actually, you know what, yeah, we will do, I'll go over to those later on. We'll do these first. I had kind of had an order in my head, but I'm going to change that now. Next then, let's look at this. This is the Cellular Antenna. This is by DD Mod Passion. 2.82 megabytes download. It is 4 slots on console. This will pay you £20, euros or dollars per hour when you place one, because you're being paid by the cell companies to have one on your property. You will find it under build mode, under production, under generators, because it's generating income, and it's that one in. So the only thing I don't like about this menu is it's because it's down at the bottom, the pictures are quite small, it's hard to see there. But on the right hand end it says 20 per hour. Like I say, the slot count is 4, but that comes down to 1 for any subsequent one you get. It only costs 1,000 to place. It takes up a bit of room, I realise, but you know, we click on that, and then L1 or R1 to rotate, and then you can place it wherever you want to place it. So you can have multiple ones around the map if you wanted to go down that route, but that will pay you out per hour for the cellular tower. Nicely made, nicely detailed. DD Mod Passion's mods are normally very good. So that's the cellular tower. Next, also by DD Mod Passion, we've got these. You may remember these, a version of these anyway, from FS19. These are the placeable silos, 2.25 megabytes download. We have a selection, quite a few of these. Now, there are some things you need to know about these. They're important. Now, I've got obviously all the options open here. We can fill these up manually ourselves. So if we've got a trailer of something, we can bring it to the particular one. And there are various different ones to choose from. We've got a seed only one. We've got a fertilizer only one. Lime. I've done that wrong. No, that's right, isn't it? That one was road salt, I think it was. Pig food, horse food, and chicken feed. So I think one was barley or wheat. I think we can go for that one. If we go onto the spanner, it will tell you. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's just wheat. It will let you on that one. So they're the various of the different options if you want to go for one particular. But the one on the end here is a bulk goods one, which means you can put anything into it. Now there is a proviso on FS22 now, and something I worked out, or people have messaged me, but I figured out. But you know, is that on FS19, if a silo said it had a capacity, you could have everything in there to that capacity. These are 35,000 litre silos. So you have the silo placed, and you can do three things. Well, you can do three things. You can put 35,000 litres of a product into it yourself. So you can go and buy it. If there's somewhere cheap to buy it, put it in. Then when you want to use it, you come and take it out. So that's in is one, two is out. The third is if you want to simulate the fact the company is going to come and deliver it for you, you can pay for it here. But you might find somewhere cheaper, and as mods come out, there might be cheaper alternatives. You can start at 1 litre, although 1 litre says 0. So if you keep pressing 1 litre, does that mean it won't charge you? I mean, it's going to take a while, but anyway, you go from 1 litre, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, or the full, well, whatever it'll be, to fill that up. So you can, like I say, you know, you can get it filled up for you, and then you can just come along and use it whenever you want to. But be warned, these ones will only take the particular things it says they will take. The bulk one here, on FS22, it's not 35,000 litres of each product. It will take 35,000 litres total. So I went to here and I put 35,000 litres of, I think I put canola in, didn't I? We'll get to it in a minute. Why is it saying it's empty? Oh yeah, okay. It has got 35,000 litres in it. It should say there. There we go. Bottom right, 35,000 litres of canola. So when I click on that now to put something else into it, it's saying there is no more storage space for the product. So anything else I choose to put in there, it won't let me. So that will only take one thing now, or multiple things, but at different amounts. I could put 5,000 litres of different things in, but as long as it doesn't go more than 35,000 litres, as soon as you hit 35,000 litres, you can't put anything else in it. It won't let you. I know it'd be weird to have lots of mixed things in there, but that is quite different to FS19. So what I'm going to do is put some seed into this one, just to show you can do it manually. I think on one of the mods we had last week, was it last week? I didn't show it, and someone said you can do it manually. And I was aware you could do it manually, I just didn't show it. I should have done. So I can put into the silo manually, and what it will do with my field info open, when we go over to the silo, it will tell me bottom right, seeds, and what I'm putting into it. There you go, 22,500. I can then come to here and I can add more in, but you notice there it will only give me a certain amount now. I can't go above that because in total 35,000 litres is all it will take. So yeah, so that's the silos. You'll find these in the build mode. These are under silos, I think just standard silos, if I recall. We go right to the very end on there. There we go. They're 10,000 each to buy and place. All the ones there. If we start at that end, bulk, seed, fertiliser, lime, road salt, pig food, horse food, chicken food. They're all there. Under buildings and silos. What I will do is just check silo extensions. I don't think there are any under silo extensions now. So there we go. That's the placeable silos by DD Mod Passion. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Verimaster 153 by Matthew FS. This is 4.65 megabytes download and two slots on console. I was looking at the wrong thing. This is I think it's a 2 meter plow. Pretty sure it's a 2 meter plow. Nicely detailed, nicely made. We'll hook up to it. We do have the option to. Now this doesn't have a fold into position for road travel. That is how it comes like that. We can rotate the plow. We can lower the plow. and we can plough, you will pull up small stones using a plough such as this. When you get to the end of the row and you're ready to turn around, we lift the plough up, we rotate the plough. I mean, you don't have to, if you want to go for a bit more realism, you would have your leading edge of your plough on the next run up the field, and away you go again. You can also create fields with this. If you put it on allow create fields, L1 and triangle, they have to come off the end of the field here. So you can extend your fields, create new ones on allow create fields. Fantastic. This you will find under ploughs. The Verimaster 153, 22 grand. Slot count will come down from a whopping 2 to 1. Like I said, it's 2 meters wide. It will run at 7 miles per hour. Requires 120 horsepower. There are no options within that, number plates or anything like that. You just get the plough as it is, like that. That's by Matthew FS. How far did I come away from the other one? And now these I'm going to put in now, but these actually came out on Sunday, I think. They popped up on Sunday, but I wasn't able to do the video on Sunday, so I'm added them in now. This is the Amazon D9 Cedars. These are by Vertex Design. 25.79 megabytes download. We have got the D9 3000 and the D9 4000, 3 meters and 4 meters, with a few different options on these. Actually, quite a few different options on these. I think I went for extensions on both of the tanks on these, but I'll show it in this out. But it's got handrails. We have got the mine's gone blank. You'll see when we do it. I think handrails. I went for ridge markers on this one as well, but again, be wary of ridge markers. If you use the ridge markers, it acts like a plough and can bring stones up out of the ground. So it's just something to be aware of. And like I said, they've got a few different options, so we'll have a look at them. They're really nicely made, really nicely detailed. They look absolutely fantastic. So these you'll find under Cedars. We've got the D9 3000, 13,500 for the base model. We can have standard, which is 600 litre tank, or an extension, which takes you to a 1,000 litre tank. We have got tram lines, that was it. Tramline markers, if you want tramline markers. Now, they can be raised and lowered. Tram lines are 4. If you want to go more realistic and simulate the fact that every so many passes up and down a field, you would need to put tram lines in for when you come to do fertilizing and that kind of stuff, so that when you're doing fertilizing with different machines, you're not running over crop. So every so many runs, depending on the width of your fertilizer spreader, you would put in a set of tram lines. So you can go for that as a realistic option if you want to. You don't have to have that on. You can take the tramline markers off, and even if you have them on, you can raise and lower them, so you don't have to have them operating. So the purpose being that when you do need to use them, you drop them down, do a set with tram lines, and then carry on without them. And then when you get to the next one you need to, you drop them down, and away you go again. We've got handrail, standard or with a handrail. That's got a tine harrow. You can have a roller harrow. These options are the same on the other one as well. I will say that the only one I will show you differently is the extension, because it's different capacity. So roller harrow, and it puts your tramline markers out behind the roller harrow. Ridge markers, yes or no. And then license plate, we have the option to change license plates if you want to. That only requires 70 horsepower and will run at 9 miles per hour. The D9 4000, the 4 meter one, it's a standard 830 litre tank, which you can extend up to 1,380 litres if you go for the extension. All the other options are the same, with tramline markers, handrail, tine harrow or roller harrow. Ridge markers, yes or no, and license plates too. So what we'll do is we'll do a rundown. Actually, I'll do it with the other one, because I can show the ridge markers, and I think I put the tramline markers on that one as well. So I'll hook up. I think I've got it set on wheat. I think it doesn't matter what I've got it set on, but turn it on, drop it down. Now what we can do is L1 and right stick side to side brings those tram lines down. So as we drive forward, you'll see it leaves those marks. So our problem is seeding, because we have cultivated ground. It's just difficult to see that it is seeding. but it's leaving those tram lines. I've never been a big fan of them. It's better if you, well, hiring a worker, it's not. That's weird to me. Is he not seeding? I thought it was. Yeah, it's seeding. It's changing colour. You can just see it just about. I wasn't sure that it was. But for some reason with the worker hide, so maybe you can't do it with a worker hide. How weird. Anyway, ridge markers. Left ridge marker, right ridge marker, or off again. If you're not sure about ridge markers and what they're for, what you can do is when you're seeding, this is kind of pre-GPS, you can run along like that. As you see already, look, the ridge marker has pulled stones up already. The ridge marker leaves a line, so you seed, it leaves a line, and then when you get to the end of the row, now I'm preaching to converted. If you know what this is all about, you haven't got to worry, that's fine. I'll switch the ridge marker to the other side, and then what you do is when you come round, you line up the middle of your bonnet on that line, and that lines your seeder up perfectly to get proper coverage, and then your ridge marker on the other side, as I drop that down, will leave your line for your next one, and so on and so forth. So your ridge markers are just there to give you a line to run on when you go along your next pass for your seeding. But there you go. They're really nicely made, nicely detailed. Maybe the tramline option is something you really want. You may not, but I like all the different options on it. Very cool indeed. I think I've covered pretty much everything. I'm sorry for sort of skipping through. I just think that first bit, they are kind of, you know, kind of updated, kind of, I suppose. I don't know. It depends how you want to look at it. I'm not sure when this is going to post because I'm away at the moment. I'm going to try and do mod reviews as they come out this week. I'm back home on Saturday. So I will make the videos, I'll edit them and I'll post them, but it's however long it's going to take to upload them, because at the moment it's sitting like 3 and 4 hours it's taken me with the internet connection I've got. So this may not post till late tonight, early in the morning, but I will try and get them up as best as I can. Before I forget, and in case I forget tomorrow, happy birthday Harry. I'm not sure if you watch my mod reviews and my Let's Plays, or just my Let's Plays, but if you watch both, happy birthday Harry for today. I hope you've had a great day. If I remember, I'll put it onto Let's Play as well, in case you just watch Let's Plays. But that's it for the mods for today, the 6th of December. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.